What's up, YouTube? All right, this car is back again on this nice New York chilly somewhat day. So we got the unsystematic sweater back on. All right, let's figure out what this guy wants to do today. Mike.
Part two.
Part two?
Part two.
What? Well, tell me, what do I owe this visit, man? What do I owe this visit?
All right, you remember in the last video with the GTI's boost leak, we did the rebuild kit for this forged blow-off valve right here. Changed the vacuum lines, of course. Made sure everything was tight. Made sure all the plumbing was done. Still has a leak. It's been about a month. I threw in the towel. I called somebody that owns a shop, and they instantly said it's the blow-off valve. Apparently this brand is known for its leaks. And to be fair, I'll be devil's advocate. I ran this blow-off valve for about 15,000 miles. But every summer, it has a problem. It has to be rebuilt, re-lubed, re-something.
That's like new territory to me. Honestly, I've never relubed a blow-off valve until that video that passed.
I never done so either.
I didn't even know that needs to be done to blow-off valves, honestly.
So today, we're in for a special treat. The blow-off valve noises aren't going anywhere, but let's just say it might be taken to the next level. Stay tuned.
All right, so now we have a bunch of new parts, and we're going to do a bit of replacing, right? So this is gonna be funny. This is real funny. Forge, I can't believe this is just going on, but you know what? This has to be done.
Has to be done.
So what we got here, Mike?
All right, so my new setup, instead of running a blow-off valve, so if you guys don't know, the car is stage 2 tuned right now through APR. Luckily, I was the last batch to get the APR stage 2 tune before it got canceled. But inside this box, we have a diverter valve. Now I know what you're thinking, Mike, you're going to change the blow-off valve, you're going to miss the whoosh, you're going to miss the flutters you get. No, I will not. Because the second thing I got is this beautiful ECS tuning spacer.
This looks really nice.
Yep, it's actually really good quality. Shout out to Kyle from ECS. The only reason I'm saying that, long story short, I wanted the red one, never came in stock. Called him, Kyle took care of me, upgraded the shipping time for free, and he actually shares the same platform, was able to give me some insight for future aspirations on the car, which you'll see on the channel. Not no time soon, maybe next year, depending on how I feel. But the car will be faster in the future.
You gotta sandbag him to do it quicker.
Yeah. So very simple. We all know what the diverter valve does. So for the install, all diverter valves from factory, this is an OEM replacement. As you see, Volkswagen Audi has a little stud right here. You take this. This is already built with 3 individual holes to seat on the stud, just like that. It comes with longer bolts. We'll bolt this on the turbo, or we might get a whoosh, maybe a few flutters that I've been looking for years.
Honestly, the flutters are better.
The flutters are better.
The flutters are better.
So those are the parts. Let me just put these down gently. Also, I got this tool from our favorite store, Amazon.
Of course.
So for this install, it does come with longer bolts. Of course, these are Allen head bolts, which we all know are annoying.
Yep.
So I invested in this set that comes with longer Allen wrenches, regular Allen heads, and ball ended.
The ball ends will come in handy. It's weird angles in there, man.
And for this particular install, we will be using the 5 millimeter.
So 5 millimeter. Perfect. All right, so it should be fairly simple.
Only thing we gotta do is undo the blow-off valve stuff. You know, you have the boost solenoid. You have to have a T to turn 1 wire into 2, I believe.
So essentially, you have to turn your car back to stock.
Stockish.
Stockish.
I don't use the term stock. You know.
Okay, yeah, because you're far from it. Yo. All right, so we're gonna start by removing all of this again, just so we can get back to the forged blow-off valve all the way in the corner again. And Mike is enjoying this little tool that I have.
Yep, out of the way.
I think it's cool, man. I think it's cool.
Reminds me of the gun range.
Yeah, man. Show him the weapon arsenal, man. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Revolver. What you want? Flatheads, squares? That's pretty cool, man. Whenever you're ready, you just click it right back. Alright, got everything out. Time to remove the forge blow-off valve.
Traditionally, you want to take your time when you're taking out these Allen screws, but we're not going to need these particular ones where we're going.
Alright, hard part is done. Forge blow-off valve is now removed. And we just have to clip these connections and fiddle with all this hosing. Mike will explain it. Pulling this thing apart, you can't really figure out what's the problem with the thing, honestly. I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, it gotta go, unfortunately. That was actually the first modification I've done in this car. Very first one.
And it's gotta go.
Gotta go.
It's so sad. So this came with the blow-off valve. So the original, just gotta pull off this barbed. Yeah, that's gonna be tight.
Yep.
It's been on there for how long, Mike? 15,000 miles?
15,000 miles, 2.5 years.
Yeah. Alright, so let's try and salvage this hose because there's no need to replace another one. Or we can probably pull it off from here and then just connect it right back with a nice piece of red one.
Yep.
So either how you guys do it, just try and remember however long you had your blow-off valve on there and try and revert everything back to stock as simple as possible. Alright, so this has been removed and we are putting this back in its factory location. It helps if you just get like a little zip tie and zip tie it. That's how we found it. Previous owner, I mean not previous owner, previous shop zip tied it. So that's not too bad. Slowly and surely removing everything off of this bull solenoid. Now that this thing is completely gone, well, now here comes the install, right? What else we have to do?
Make this look a little bit cleaner.
Cool.
There we go.
Cool. Slowly but surely reverting it back to stock ish.
So the previous question, where does this plug into? It plugs in right here.
That's cool. I didn't know it was like electronic and stuff. Cool.
Last thing I will say before we jump to the next time lapse. So the spacer has a little groove attaches to the diverter valve. You want to make sure you hold it because, of course, diverter valves naturally
springy.
They're springy. Not saying it's going to fly across the street, but you'll save yourself some headaches if you just hold it tight.
Okay, cool. So now we're gonna line that up and yeah, plug everything back in. It should be fairly simple.
Perfect.
Alright, so now that all that's done, now we can start the whole reassemble process. It shouldn't be too hard. So, back to the time lapse again. Alright, everything is now put back and installed. Time for the first startup. Everything looks good. Don't feel any on this. Don't feel any leaks or anything. So this is good. This is good. Everything's back to normal. Alright. Are we looking on temps? I know this job didn't take that long. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it should be fine. Ready?
Yep. That sounds good. I'm not even gonna hold you. That sounds really good. For like an OEM plus upgrade, that actually sounds pretty good. Sounds good, man. What do you think?
I like it. It's not as in your face as the Forge was. I was like, what do you call it? The Eagle?
Yeah, it's like an eagle.
Yeah, it's like an Eagle.
Or just like the eagle.
Right before the Eagle swaps down on his prey and everything.
Yeah. That eagle had this last swap, I can tell you that. So cool. This one should good. This one should be good. Let's test it up and down the block. Huh. And tune in, sheesh, for the rest of the 4G63 944 Porsche Evo build, where we build monsters like these, just chilling under the hood, top secret. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hit the comment, rate, and subscribe. Never forget, never stop modifying.